Hi there. Uh, my name's Chelsea, and I would like to show you on why happiness in a career is more important than a higher paying salary. So, personally, I have been in a toxic work environment myself, which honestly is a little hard of a subject for me, but we had to get through this somehow. Now, only after a month, I experienced the mental and physical toll of actually being within the work environment, between being depressed, have a feeling of foreboding, and just all around sadness in more of a general sense. Now, have you ever been in a workplace that's been somewhat unhealthy? Or should you sacrifice your happiness for a higher paying job? And what makes you happy in general is what we're more focused on. Have you ever been in an environment that didn't quite respect who you were, how you were feeling, or anything of that sort? What did you feel? Depression? Hopelessness? The sense of long foreboding? I mean, I honestly dared go into that job every single day. But here we are. Now, how does one's mental and physical health are changed within a year in a toxic work environment? It's sometimes you can see it right off the bat. Other times it more sneaks up on you than anything. Rumination is one. It's loss of train of thought. Kind of you're thinking of something and then it's gone. Just poof. Insomnia. Now that's a lot of hours lost at night. Or physical pain. Sometimes not everyone feels physical pain of sort. It may be a more of a gut feeling to kind of say, hey, something's wrong. Discomfort. We all know what discomfort feels like, and it's not a good thing. A change in appetite. Are you eating more? Are you eating less? Are you eating? It's kind of the important question to always ask yourself. You get this sense of dread of going to this place, dealing with these people that you may work with, and just, they don't like you, you don't like them, but we all have to work together. You feel drained, tired, you don't feel like going out and doing anything. You don't feel like going out and finding things that you like or hanging out with friends. Also, as referring back to rumination, there are issues with memory. It's not even just a loss of train of thought. It's just completely forgetting things. Appointments, dates, birthdays. God help you if that happens. Also, intolerance. You really don't want to put up with things. You don't want to get out of bed and just deal with everyday life. Understandable, but we have to sometimes. And agitation. Getting angry so very easily at the smallest bit of things that can really build up over time. Now, the important question is, how do you find your form of happiness? Do you have a hobby that you can make money off of, maybe? Or do you enjoy things? Like, specifically enjoy things? Or do you have a career goal that can be realistic and achievable? What happens when you decide to choose your happiness over a high-paying salary? Happiness in a career over a high-paying salary. Well, your potential as an employee and or business owner, will be increased. Your credibility will also be increased. Your work-life balance could actually even out very well. That is, if you chose to go with an existing career rather than making one your own. Now, you can also find joy in what you do. They always say you work with something you like and you'll never work a day in your life. Most of the time that is true. Other times, more of a hit or miss kind of situation. Your overall satisfaction with everything starts to increase. You're a lot happier, you're more content with things. It may not be you're very happy at this moment, but you can be happy with circumstances right now. It just depends on how you take things. Truly, choosing a career that truly makes you happy is sometimes better than just having one that pays well. I mean, we all want to pay the bills, but why can't we satisfy ourselves in the process? Now, what do you want in a career? This is probably the hardest possible question even I could think of. Well, you have to have a passion or a skill set. Personally, I love talking to people. I love going out and meeting different people all the time. Your personality. You can be either very outgoing, very extra, very vibrant with yourself. And sometimes that can fit into the right career. There's really no stopping you, ever. What goals do you want to achieve in life? What do you want to do for the rest of your life? Do you want to retire at a nice age? Or do you just want to keep with your work? Your values. I hope you are a decent person. But what you value in life can take you so much farther than what you really don't care about. What are your options? What is available to you in your area, on the internet? What can you find that actually looks like a good way to go? What potential salary do you want? How much do you want to get paid for the work that you are doing? That is the biggest question and the most important one. Besides all of that, the other questions I have asked so far. What are your job prospects? What job can you start with and kind of work your way up the bar or gain the talent or skills that you currently have? Can you gain another skill? What educational prospects do you have? Is it a good college nearby? Can you go to this new college? Of course, financing and everything comes into play, but think big picture before you think of details. This is what I've always gone with personally. Can you go to trade school? Or can you get certain blue collar training? Or even white collar if you decide to go to a normal university? What are your resources when you're at home and at school? Can you ask teachers to help you with a certain thing? Or do you have a parent at home that knows what they're doing? What opportunities do you have around you? There's no way you can actually ignore all of these things happening just for you, but what could be happening as well. So what do you choose? Do you choose between financial stability with a nice high-paying career, but you aren't happy? That can always be tough. Or do you want to pursue your dream career? I mean, it may not take off as planned, or some ventures just don't work out, or even the pay is a lot lower than expected. Let's just hope it's minimum wage. What are the disadvantages of choosing your passion over a nice salary? Well, you would have less family time, having to be overworked, taking care of your responsibilities, And mind you, that this is also if you decide to go on a venture of some sort. It's easy for a passion to turn into an employment. Say say so. For example, sometimes, yeah, it would be great during the day, but after a while, this venture can follow you home, and you'll end up working all the time, all the hours, and it just pulls the worst out of you. You don't want to do this thing anymore. Now, the worst comes to worst, you would have to work throughout your retirement age, noting back that this is about having a venture, starting your own venture. Excuse me. And nobody wants to work through retirement age. There are some older folks currently that do enjoy what they do for work, even if it's not part of their ideal career plan. But they still find time to enjoy it anyways. It's a toss-up, really. What makes you happy in a career? It's more of a general question, really. Is it marketing? I like talking to people. I like seeing people and coming up with a lot of other ideas. Do you like computers? You could be tech or IT department. God love them. Or do you like animals? I mean, personally, I have 2 dogs, but I have so much respect for groomers, honestly. Whatever you choose, we all hope that it ends well, and you can make it however you wish. There's really nothing holding you back. Finally, down to the conclusions. Almost over. Finding a career that makes you happy is a realistic outcome. You can do it. Like I said before, nothing is stopping you. Even if you don't think you have the resources, they're there. You just have to actually look. Until you have your dream career, you may have to work in other areas that will help with the salary. Hopefully, none of those actual areas are toxic or unhealthy, or they just don't care. Definitely why I chose warehousing over anything. After about a year, your physical and mental health would actually improve by leaps and bounds. The disadvantages may be daunting, but if you play your cards right, it's definitely worth the effort. There is my visual information of employees satisfied with their work, unsatisfied with their work, employees passionate about their work, and employees eager to change careers as mentioned in the executive summary. Then references and citations. Thank you.